Scam tulip man, you should have sold, yeah, I told you so. Haters, we just let them run their mouth. Now I wear my ledger on a chain, even when I'm in the house. Cause I bought them at the bottom, now we're here. Bought them at the bottom, then we rode them all up to here. Bought them at the bottom, now we're here. Bought them at the bottom, now the whole team up in here. No corners now, we don't feel that. Fuck a fake out where the real pump's at. We don't like to do a lot of selling. Load up on the bag and get the shelling. No corners now, we don't feel that. Fuck a fake out where the real pump's at. We don't like to do a lot of selling.
Oh, hell no.
Bought them at the bottom.
We were motherfucking yelling cause we
Bought them at the bottom, now we're here.
Now we're here, boy.
Bought them at the bottom, now we rode them all up to here. Bought them at the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah.
Bought them at the bottom, now the whole team up in here. Bought them at the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah.
Bought them at the bottom, then we rode them all up to here. Bought them at the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah.
Bought them at the bottom, now the whole fam here. Woo!
Yeah. Whole fam here. Except for the Bears. Huh?
Do it! Bought it. Yeah. Bought them at the bottom, now we're here.
Now we here.
Bought them at the bottom, then we rode them all up to here. Bought them at the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah.
Bought them at the bottom, now the whole team up in here. Bought them at the bottom, now we're here.
Now we here. Woo.
Bought them at the bottom, then we rode them all up to here. Bought them at the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah.
Bought them at the bottom, now the whole team up in here. I was buying alts in the dump.
Yeah.
Living at my mama's house, accumulate a monthly. I just bought them all on my phone.
Yeah.
Pawned off my laptop to buy more, trust me. They were laughing at me at the lows.
Not laughing anymore.
I ain't give a damn, I said I ain't selling nothing. Now they always blowing up my phone. Always asking for a loan, always asking me for something. Cause I bought them at the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah.
Bought them at the bottom, then we rode them all up to here. Bought them at the bottom, now we're here.
Now we here.
Bought them at the bottom, now the whole team up in here. Told us not to max out our counts.
Dummy.
Scam tulip man, you should have sold, yeah, I told you so. Haters, we just let them run their mouth. Now I wear my ledger on a chain, even when I'm in the house. Cause I bought them at the bottom, now we're here.
Now we here, boy.
Bought them at the bottom, then we rode them all up to here.
Lovely internet friends, welcome once again, episode 129, deep into the bear season. But we are together, we are alive, still solvent, right? I hope you are, guys, I hope you are. We are the small fish, we can't stay insolvent. We need to do risk management, and we don't have an unlimited, unending balance sheet. So guys, do your risk management and stay alive during the bear. If you survive 2 cycles, you've reached financial freedom. Most people don't survive 2 cycles. The first cycle is the one you learn. The second cycle is the one you kind of save yourself from what you've lost on the previous one. So, if it was the first cycle for you and you lost everything, don't worry. Don't worry. Your paper money, your paper profits. This is the norm in this space, in this degen space. So you're gonna make it back. Just stay alive. Don't fall into the traps that so many insolvent projects are pushing. Don't fall into the trap to invest even in good ideas that are launching during bear times. Just wait for a trend reversal. It doesn't matter if you don't buy the absolute bottom. As you see, Mr. Gattoli here wanted to sit next to me, so he decided to get that spot. He wanted to slip inside that drawer. Here he is, keeping us company. There's not much to say, like, during these days, lovely friends. I mean, there are stuff to say. What happened with Solend is extremely interesting for those that were following the story. There was a ginormous whale that had a huge chunk of the TVL in Solend. So this guy had deposited a lot of Solana and had taken quite a huge loan in stables. As Solana was falling, their liquidation threshold came ever closer. So they needed to do something because if the whale got liquidated, what happens when a whale gets liquidated? The platform needs to sell the whale's position. So what happens is the whale gets the whale Solana will be owned by the platform, and the stablecoin that the platform lends to the whale are gonna stay with the whale. The problem is that the platform is not gonna keep the Solana that the whale gave as collateral. They're gonna sell the Solana, and if in order to keep their engine going, and if they have to sell the Solana, if they dump 1.2 million Solana into the books, then it's a problem. It's a huge problem because Solana's price is gonna dump, and more liquidations are gonna be triggered, and then there is a cascade of liquidations and a huge shit show and a huge dump in price. So like I was on the looks because if these guys got liquidated, then we would be able to buy Solana at sub $20. The liquidation price was 22. If they dump 1.2 million Solana at 22, trust me, the market, in order to absorb that, it needs to drop the price, and the demand has has been reduced quite a lot since the last cycles. I mean, while we were in the bull run, volume was all-time high. Anybody that would sell Solana, the market would absorb it. Yes, it would take a hit, but nothing compared to the hit that the market would have taken during this period, deep in the bear, with not a lot of liquidity. So what Solend did, I have to say, Solend actually spun governance in a day because Solend was not a DAO. So they made a decision to allow the Solend holders to vote. Their investors, Solend investors, didn't vote. Solend team didn't vote. So they let the public vote, and I mean the price is really close to what the private round was. So now anybody has the chance to actually participate in governance and decision making of the protocol at the same price as the private investors, as the venture capitals, and without the lockup. So, and people say, "Oh, the platform is centralized and this and that." I mean, centralized. I don't think. I think that was a very well documented move, very transparent. It was a good idea, and it solved the issue. And for those shouting, we set the rules. Like this is a galaxy that's unexplored, and people saying code is law and we can't really change the rules and this and that. No, 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 no. We can change the rules. We are the ones making the rules, and if the investors want to take control of the chunk that is being liquidated, and what they did was they decreased the liquidation threshold. They added a larger percentage required for collateral. They did various things in order to diffuse the situation. But I think it was really cool what they did because they gave the decision making power to the people holding Solend token. Uh, so fuck yeah, very, very, very bullish. Very bullish on the ability for a project to spin governance through realms. And this is a huge shout out to the people working on realms. Huge shout out to Mango Max. Huge shout out to Sebastian. Huge shout out to Dean Machine. Because let's not joke. Like, I mean, these are the three people pushing. Are the three thought leaders in DAO governance, in DAO tooling, and like they've managed to give this kind of power to the governance program that Solana has been developing, and that's Realms. And this is why you missed out if you did not attend Athens DAO. There was so many so much like interesting content that is coming to Solana and it's coming to digital governance, and it's really never tried before, and this is all thanks to these people. And the fact that Solend managed to solve this issue with the while delegating governance power to its investors and users, big props. I'm impressed. That was not a centralized decision. So yeah, good job. And disregard those people saying, "Oh, this is a centralized platform. Take your money out, not your keys, not your coins." That's bullshit. That's how all contracts work, and especially the upgradable ones. Because let's understand the difference between upgradable smart contracts and non-upgradable smart contracts. An upgradable smart contract, which is most smart contracts, means that the devs hold the keys to change the code. Now, there is another version where the devs don't have the keys, and these are protocols that can implement changes through a DAO on a protocol level. This is something that Solana is not able to do yet, or at least there's no project that is able to do that yet. But in the way Curve works, they are actually issuing non-upgradable programs, and it means that they cannot intervene. Again, though, they can change the flow of money. They can change lots of variables, and this is through votes. This is through votes. For the lovely people asking me, yes, this is a snowboard behind me. This is a snowboard behind me. It's peak winter, guys, in the southern hemisphere. Yes, I'm in the northern hemisphere, but I'm traveling to Argentina next in 2 weeks. Going to Argentina. I'm going to the Andes mountain to snowboard with a couple of friends. It's peak summer here. I've already done summer vacations. I already have enjoy a nice tan. So I'm gonna have a summer winter break, right? Is it a summer winter break or it's a winter summer break? Not sure. I think it's a winter summer break. But yeah, we're gonna be going to the Andes Mountains. We're gonna be going to 6 different ski resorts across Patagonia, and we're gonna be into exploration mode. A little bit of living, guys. A little bit of living. We worked hard during the bull market. We did our risk management, and it's time to enjoy a little bit the fruits of our labor. So yeah, going snowboarding far away from where I am. But yeah, shout out to the lovely people in Patagonia that I've been trying to arrange this awesome trip with. So lovely friends. So as I was saying, lots of things are happening, and at the same time, nothing is happening. Like for sure, Solana's upgrade is an important one. It's an important one, but it's not gonna receive the positivity it should have if we were in a bull run. It's not gonna receive the excitement, and we're not gonna see all these threads spun out, being like retweeted here and there about what it means, the Solana upgrade. Fees are coming to Solana slightly higher, still super cheap. We have sub-second finality at the moment usually. So I've seen amazing speeds. Solana works very nicely since the last update. I mean, it's a new project. And it's a functional blockchain with that does what it promises to do. And I'm really bullish on Solana for the next cycle. And I am of the feeling, and I kind of believe that it could be the catalyst of the next cycle, as we had DeFi start the previous bull cycle. We could easily see another layer one competing with Ethereum, while Ethereum is trying to decentralize, while Ethereum is trying to become proof of stake. I'm bullish that this could be the case. I don't know when, but I'm bullish that Solana has a lot of money invested, has great tech, has lots of devs. They are pushing very nicely the Rust narrative to the non-crypto developers. I'm happy with the work is being done. I'm happy with the teams that I know are working on amazing builds, and everybody's hiring, and everybody has quite huge uh, war chests ready to be deployed in order to survive the bear. So I'm bullish on the general Solana ecosystem. This doesn't mean that Solana can't go lower. It can definitely go lower, and something that has gone down 90% can easily go down another 90% and then another 90%. So just be cautious, lovely friends. But I am accumulating Solana slowly, slowly. As Solana drops, I buy a little bit. At the moment, it's good. At the moment, it's good. But I don't think it's going to last. I think we have quite a lot of time in front of us until the narrative changes. Uh, and I have to say, I was going through a little bit the previous cycle and the previous bull run, the one that just ended. And I have to say, lovely friends, we don't deserve nice things. We don't deserve nice things. Like everybody's so greedy. Everybody has such tribal mentality. Everybody is so short-sighted. There is like I don't think we deserve any nice things as a general industry. Of course, some of us are going to win. Of course, some of us are going to lose. But generally, fuck my life, some dirty, dirty milestones throughout the previous bull run. And like, if in my mind, I compare the 2021 bull run with the 2017 bull run. These are the two, like this is the closest bull run in my mind. This is the one of the biggest bull runs that I made mistakes is the 2017 one. Uh, like I spent all my Ethereum before 2017 started in the ICOs of 2016. So going back to the 2017 pump, my mind goes to the ICO craze and to the masternode craze. Yeah, maybe a little bit of privacy coin as well, but it was masternodes and ICO. Those two things. And they were terrible. Don't get me wrong. I'm not endorsing this kind of shitty chapters in the crypto world. But I think what we went through in 2021 is far worse. Far, far, far worse. And like this is what I want us to talk a little bit about today. Just bring everything under one perspective and kind of think about our actions as a whole, as a community, as a group of early adopters of people, trying to survive in this jungle of that we call financial system, like lots of air quotes. Like for example, like the whole bull starts nicely with Uniswap, with AMMs, with DeFi, and that promise. So it was gradual. That was mid 2020, and it was a really interesting period because lots of innovation was coming forward, and this is, guys, this is innovation that was built during that was perceived and executed and then actually built and went live, and that's when the bull market started. So I think Uniswap was the catalyst for the beginning of the bull market. So it started nicely, and the moment it started nicely, and we saw all these liquidity pools that were built in order to support the new AMMs, the uh, Uniswap mostly, and then it's forks because everybody forked Uniswap and cloned it in every chain, even on Solana, in a in a different way, But yeah, Radium is built kinda in the idea of Uniswap, the Uniswap of Solana. That's how we introduced it. But then you know what happened. You all remember because you were there. You were there. We went to the food farms. You remember the food farms? Remember when I was uh, farming shrimp and I was farming banana and ape farm. It was ape swap. Ape swap. apeswap.io doesn't exist anymore. Apeswap, BSC. Apeswap Finance, here it is, with $87 million locked in value, and banana token. Banana token. Guys, do you know I sold banana token at $11 per token? The Nana token, banana token. So we had all these crazy fucking farms. We don't deserve. We don't deserve it. It was we called it liquidity mining. Uh, yeah, and then we had layered liquidity mining where you would mine the LP from one farm, and then you had to take that LP, deposit it into another farm paired with 50% value equal to the other side of your shitcoin side in another fruit coin or whatever. So you would have LP plus a third fruit coin, and then you would farm another LP that then you could do something with it. And it was all stupid. Like you could lock it, and then you could unlock it, and then you could swap it or gain access to some launchpad and some other shit. Like everything, like from like Cream Finance, which is a great project, to sushi, to pickle, to yam, to pizza, to banana, to shrimp, to so many, to george, and like I remember snow and so much degeneracy, so much degeneracy. It's water today, lovely friends. It's water. It's water, and I have it hidden because the cat goes and drinks my water every now and then. But we certainly don't deserve those nice financial products because we turn them into food farms and unsustainable inflationary tokenomic style of coins. And then we had all these launch pads. So the ICO mania of 2017 kind of transformed in the launchpad mania of 2021, where like those launchpads would just promote pump and dump scams and play the greater idiot, the greater fool theory with the early investors, and then the open markets and the AMMs and the liquidity farming. And yeah, ICOs didn't really go away. We just renamed them to IDOs, IEOs, and launchpads. Pretty fucking terrible. So we had whatever was horrible from the previous run, we kind of renamed it and added it to the shit that we came up with during the second run, the 2021 run. And then remember what we had. Of course, you remember this. This goes. Of course, it starts in summer 2020 with some ridiculous pumps, and then it goes well into the first half of 2021. And of course, I'm talking about the dog Ponzi's, Shiba Inu and Dodge and like Dodge to $1 and all the deep anything that has a dog coin, it played that narrative. That was a terrible narrative, right, lovely friends? We all know that was a horrible, horrible period where Elon, another fucking clown of the previous bull run. No matter how much I like Elon Musk, his actions in crypto were the whole circus. Was not just clown. He was the fucking whole circus. Horrible, horrible, horrible behavior. Horrible way of playing with people's sentiment. Horrible way of getting followers and creating false hopes, and even mentioning that the dog coin and whatever coin is going to be added to the Tesla website as a means of payment in order to buy cars. Come on, that's bullshit, horrible bullshit. And Elon Cam and Moonbeam and what Safe Moon and all this shit with many decimals. And this in my mind goes into two chapters. There's one chapter where Vitalik kills all the dog coins because all the dog coins were ERC20s, were like tokens living in the Ethereum blockchain. So all these guys, they would create those huge allocations, and then they would send a chunk to Vitalik, and then say, "Hey, look, Vitalik is holding our coin because Vitalik's wallets are public. You can send it to v.b. which is Vitalik Buterin. I think it's vb.eth, and it ends to Vitalik's wallet. So when this started to become mainstream, Vitalik's wallet had like $18 billion in dog coins. And guess what he did? We were at peak COVID period. He liquidated his dog coins, sending all those coins to zero, all to very low valuations compared to what they were going and compared to the momentum they had, and then donated the money to charity. So Vitalik essentially took those dogs out and shot them in the face behind his barn, and then buried them on the spot. The farm full of dead dogs. But yeah, so that was one chapter in my mind on the dogs. That was really funny though, guys. That was really funny. And then the other part of the dog coins was, of course, the horrible tribalism and the way this narrative was being unfolded, and it is closely related to Wall Street bets and all this shit that was going. That was like, give the finger to the big financial players. Let's band together in order to play defense against those venture capitals, and uh, part of that, yeah, part of that mentality came into crypto through those dog coins. So, oof, horrible. You remember when what's this guy called? Uh, Pa- how was he called? What was the absolute peak of the dog coins? It was when Barstool Bets actually bought Dogecoin, and he bought it and it just collapsed. That was like somewhere in May, I think. Yes, no, uh, yeah, May last year or something like that. Ah, my God, Wall Street Bets. What a meme period. What a meme period. And it really did not help us at all. Lots of people got fucked and lost money. And this is the outcome from this crazy money printing and any tech stock going 200 and 300 and 500% up, and the Fed was buying like bonds and stocks from the open markets, just pumping things up. And yeah, it was retardization. Really, that was completely stupid what was going on. Wall Street Bets with that guy with the glasses going like that, like that. uh, and really, it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. You remember what happened afterwards? Remember? Of course you remember. Of course you remember. We had DeFi 2. Oh my God, man. We had DeFi 2 with Olympus DAO. What was that? How can we be so stupid? Like it was so memeish, it was so Ponzi-ish that kind of made sense that this would work during a bull period. That will create a new reserve currency, 3,3. And the game theory, if nobody dumps, we all become rich. This doesn't work. Someone needs to dump in order to transform your monopoly money to less monopoly money. It doesn't work like that, lovely friends. You have to dump. You have to dump. Where is this? Where is this? This. Where is it? Let me leave my stupid face. This. Remember this, guys? Is just great. Financially speaking, it is a masterpiece that deserves a Nobel Prize in economics and mathematically a Fields Medal. Do you realize how hard we swallowed that pill? It was insane. It was insane. A meme wrapped in a Ponzi, wrapped in a meme, wrapped as a financial product. Like, and the whole theory was the initial players would not dump on the new players with APYs that reach like 50, 60, 80, 100,000%. 100,000%. Do you realize that you put $1 and it goes to like to 100,000 in a year? Just like, come on. We had our fair share of clones that even on Solana, nothing survived. This narrative died so badly, and nobody even tried to resurrect it. It's like they all knew that this is unsustainable, and they were just waiting for the market to catch up. Because nobody tried to survive, to revive it. They said, okay, it doesn't work. Let's just dissolve treasuries, give it back to anybody who's holding the shitcoin, but still, because if you're still holding it, you're fucked. I was part of the crew that held it till the end. We were here. We said we're gonna try it out, this Ponzi, so I lose the money and you don't. So we can see how this is gonna play out. And we did say it. We stayed till the end, and we got fucked till the end. But yeah, we at the same time, we had plenty of hacks this bull run as well. We had the Axie Infinity sidechain, Ronin or whatever this was called, that lost 600 million. We lost. We had exchanges getting hacked. We had cross-chain gates and wormholes getting fucked. We had everything. We had exploits that allowed people to mint unlimited stablecoins. Think of cash. Like, despite all these cycles and despite all these hacks, nobody learned anything. Junky crypto infrastructure. Nothing great. Ronin lost like 650 million. You realize this is a lot of money to go to some black hatter out there. Oh, now that we spoke about, I forgot to mention, together with Vitalik, we had the Ethereum Foundation dumping on us on the absolute top twice. So if you wanna get some indicator for the market, you don't need to know anything. You just need to know when the Ethereum Foundation is gonna sell. Every time it sells, they sell the Pico top. Top. Ethereum Foundation, if they sold at the Pico top, sell there. And they did it not once, they did it twice. They did it twice. Insane. And I forgot. There's so many that I forget to mention them at the same time with the dog coins and the fruit ponzis. We had Binance Children's Casino. You remember Binance BSC? That's still going strong. That has still the BSC token above $200. That is still being the washer for Binance. They're just pushing liquidity there. If there was no CZ in his laptops, Binance chain wouldn't be running, wouldn't have any liquidity, nobody would give a fuck about that. Children's casino. We've spoken about this countless times. We didn't need this narrative. We were like, okay, this is completely stupid. Same goes with the dog coins. Same goes with the fruit coins. We ate the narrative kinda jokingly, like with the Om forks. We said this is too good to be true, and most probably it's not true. So let's have an experiment and let's lose money on camera so people can learn. Of course, deep inside me, I had the hope that this is not going to be a scam and this is not going to be a Ponzi, and this is something that I haven't thought about it that will allow for 30,000% APY to be logical and to be, you know, the return I would get, which obviously was not the case. When something is too good to be true, it most probably is not true. But even Bitcoin topped at 69K. Like how more degen than that? Is it a coincidence? It could be. It could be a coincidence. It could be a coincidence. But we fucking dumped at 69K. We are a meme. We deserve the dump. Dodge to $1. Lovely friends. Come on. Like we didn't need this narrative, but we were always, you remember these episodes early? That was like maybe September 2021, maybe something like that. That we were talking about logic and the narrative. That if you invest during such crazy money printing era and exuberous kind of behavior, financial marketing management, and whatever was happening in the world financial markets at the time, and in crypto and in traditional finance. We were saying that if you invest with your logic, most probably you are going to lose. Not because you are wrong. You are right. You're right that this doesn't make sense and this is a bad investment. Investing in a dog coin is a bad investment when you know that development has been abandoned since 2014 and there is a bug in the code. We knew that this is stupid, but buying the dog coin pre-pump would have made you so much money that in the end of the day, investment wise, that was the right choice. But if you go with your logic, you're going to lose. You're going to have to go with the narrative. And we kind of did that on sometimes, but sometimes we didn't. But again, we did point out that the narrative and the logic are not going hand in hand. They're complete opposite. And fucking deserved 69K, guys. 69K. Binance chain was ranking 5,000 projects a day. People were just creating contracts. People were monitoring Andre's wallet, and when he was making a contract, never announced the smart contract he made, people sent money, deposited the money, and it was just a test contract. Money got stuck, everybody got mad. Like, people were just losing it, throwing money left and right. Anything that had to do with yearn finance kind of strategies, people would just send money, not knowing if this is beta, if this is working code, if this is a joke, a test, or an actual smart contract that will make you money. People were just sending stuff. And the same happened in Binance chain, and people, it was so easy to drag those farmers. And of course, how can we not forget all these projects, the unfinished projects that saw the pump saw the bull market, and despite not being ready to launch, they're like, we are going to launch. We're going to launch. Investors, private investors, and VCs cannot miss this pump. So we had, you remember, how was it called? Definity Foundation. It looked like a promising project. And then 2021 pump comes, and it's being renamed to the Internet Computer and launches with a promo that resembles a Scientology spot, like advertisement spot, with slow talking tech retards having a fake conversation under some weird theatrical stage. And more examples, like Cadena was not ready, Mina was not ready. So many things. So many things were not ready. And still they launched. And they were a joke because they had nothing in them. Same goes with Cardano. I'm not saying Cardano is a bad project. Like we've always said, Cardano is not ready. But Hoskinson is smart. He knows how good of a salesman he is. So he can just create an empty box and sell it to you just because it has good packaging. And it promises that one day this box is going to have something really good inside, and he sells it to you. But it's not ready. It's not ready. And this contributes to what we are living now. When we have fake valuations and non-working protagonists, because Polkadot and ADA, Cardano, are protagonist Ethereum killers. They're not like some third world blockchain that nobody has heard of. These are like multi-billion-dollar projects where like governments and universities and other official networks are actually building in their chain. I have no fucking clue. That was not good. That was not good. When you sell farts in a jar, in the end, someone is gonna open the jar and see what that there's nothing in there other than farts. So yeah, I'm just going through all the milestones, guys, that we saw on the previous cycle, and I need to remind you that we were naughty, that Santa Claus shouldn't bring us anything. You know, we were fucking naughty, and I haven't finished. Because I haven't got into hyper JPEGization. We haven't gone there yet. We haven't gone to the fake DAOs, right? And then, of course, we haven't spoken about Luna. We haven't spoken about Constitution DAO. We haven't spoken about the hyper leveraged degens behind those things, those vehicles, those financial vehicles. But yeah, hyper JPEGization, where the NFT narrative was pushed. And let's not forget that the NFT narrative is pushed in every cycle. In 2014, we had Pepe cards, the first NFT on Bitcoin. In 2017, we had CryptoKitties, the first iteration of the ERC version of the non-fungible tokens. And then we had in 2021 the new ERC model that kind of combined fungibles and non-fungibles in order to create those kind of game collections where you have common, rare, and legendary and epic cards. So every time we had a breakthrough, a new protocol in JPEGs, in NFTs, we had a craze. So this craze was not something new. We just ported it from a previous round, and we took it at the next level with the Bored Apes and where is it? Let me. And idiots painting their faces and wearing hats in order to. Oh my god. My fucking god. And everybody was launching JPEGs. And everybody was making money. And nothing made sense. And we all knew it didn't make any sense. Really. Hyper JPEGization. I don't know. Like I never understood it. Like you can see my various streams from the past that I just don't get NFTs. I don't get the uniqueness. I've said it before many times that when everybody is unique, nobody is really unique. So having all these generative NFTs really defeats the purpose. When everybody has a unique NFT, then nobody has a unique NFT because everybody's the same. Everybody's unique NFT. Um, Constitution DAO, where these guys tried to buy the US Constitution, the old one, the from the museum or whatever, and what the fuck moment there, what the WTF moment. They raised like $45 million, and everybody was imagining the best applications of DAOs and governance, and then a bunch of people would own the American Constitution. And guess what happened? Citadel just ragged them. Citadel, the chief lizard at Citadel, just pulled the rag and outbid them, and they lost the auction. And Constitution DAO, with their coin people, yeah, just didn't do anything. 40 million. We had the algorithmic stablecoin that everybody knows and loves, Luna. I mean, we kind of knew. We've said many times this is an experiment, guys. Big experiment, big money printer here. 20%, 20.4% stable APY on your stablecoin through Anchor. When something is too good to be true, guess what? Usually is not. It worked well during the bull period. Didn't work out in the bear period. And this is the time where the protocol stress. This is the time where we see mini bankrans. This is when we see valuations drop and collateral valuations drop, and liquidations are triggered, and huge market moves happen without the consent of the people, kinda. And not every whale is responsive. Not every whale is active. There are people that have hundreds of millions of dollars in contracts that they do not monitor, and shit can go wrong, and you can get liquidated and take the whole market with you. And of course, we have the death spiral of Luna, which was hubris. Guys, we just like the Om forks and 3.3, that was hubris. We angered the gods. We angered the gods because we became too degen, and it took the whole market with it. Now, did Luna take the whole market? Did the market take Luna? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Chicken and egg issue here. People lost money. Institutions lost money, and this is another little step, maybe not little, rather large step. It's a leap towards stablecoin regulation. It's sooner or later. And trust me, if this happens now-ish, we're gonna see a huge dump. DeFi and the whole narrative of 2021 relies on stablecoins. If there is regulation of stablecoins, we're fucked. If a centralized stablecoin loses its peg, we're fucked. Like beyond imagination. Imagine suddenly Tether loses its peg, and at the same time, USDC imposes KYC and freezes your coins until you KYC, and we all go crazy. We jump off that cliff that we've visualized together so many times. Do you remember Suzu and the super cycle? You remember the super cycle narrative? Do you? Of course you remember. Wanna do a super cycle? Sounds like fun. Whoop. And she's out. And she is out. That's us. That's us. Pockets full of money, running towards financial freedom. That's us. And you know it. And you know it. And I see, yes, Aki Samano, yes, the JPEG tattoos. The JPEG tattoos. Part of the hyper JPEGization. Because there is no way to convince an investor they are wrong. There's no way. The only way is to lose money. So these guys, like, and I met lots of them. I met them recently on the Steppen pump, where I saw people had all their net worth in Steppen, walking around the world, literally walking around the world. I saw people in Mykonos that they were from the other side of the hemisphere coming here with Steppen, with no savings, no savings on the side, just GST and the green Satoshi token and weird realms, what they call it, and some scam tokens that are not interlopable, that are not bridged, and all this. Like, I was like, are you sure? Like, what? So yeah, though in this category we have the JPEG tattooers. And yeah, I read the chart. I was also a believer of the super cycle. I was a believer of the super cycle, but you know, I had my ass burned in the previous cycle, and we said, let's do financial management. Let's sell some Sol. Let's sell some ETH. Let's sell some stuff. Not Bitcoin. I didn't touch my Bitcoin. Mistake on the one hand. On the other hand, I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't want to touch my Bitcoin. The worst thing that can happen is Bitcoin pumps. I have less Bitcoin. No. More Bitcoin is better. But yeah, the money printer with Luna took down the super cycle narrative. And, you know, the super cycle. Guys, you understand that this is another version of this time is different. It's exactly the same thing. It's a this time is different kind of moment. Super cycle. I see Nanko Goat is saying you never sold your soul. You converted them all in JPEGs. Oh my god, you should join the Perts crew that holds and always held zero soul, just a lot of expensive JPEGs. Lots of people did that. So you actually believed in the hyper JPEGization narrative. Totally understand, man. Totally understand. When you buy the gods at 1.2 soul from the secondary market, and then you sell them for 300. I understand. Like, where was it? I actually released a video. Let's watch it. It's a funny video because it's from August 2021. I'll show it to you. So yeah, I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you because it's important, I think. Yeah, fuck those NFTs. Sorry for everybody minting NFTs and being super in love with NFTs. Solana monkey business, eh? The minting has started. Can I see what the fuck is this? Because yeah, I forgot. I was looking at real DeFi. I'm still addicted to DeFi. I feel completely helpless with the NFT world. There is no alpha. There is no edge. There is no nothing you can actually read the market from. So this is it, eh? Solana monkey business. Shall we? Let's see what the fuck is this. Where is the minting? I see 5,000 left. Oh no. And it costs 2 Solana, so I'll pay $60 almost. I doesn't get it. I'm confused. I'll mint one for the lols. I mean, let's unlock the ledger and let's mint one for the lols. And it's funny because You see me here shitting on the NFTs, shitting on everything, and here I am spending 2 Solana to buy this. Oh my god, let's mint this fucking thing, see what it is. Why do I dislike NFTs so much? Man, I just don't see the uniqueness in it. Especially those generative NFTs. It feels that because everybody's so unique, nobody's unique. And it just feels that you're. I just don't see it. I don't know. Maybe you tell me. Why do you think the Solana monkey business is a good buy? Where is it? How do we see it? Like, so I got a monkey now. It's a very generic monkey. I don't like the monkey. It feels like it's never going to be sold for more than 0.2 Solana. Right? Right? It's never. Oh, it's never gonna sell for more than 0.02 Solana. You remember that? And yeah, I was wearing the same T-shirt. I was wearing the same T-shirt, and that's 2021. That's 3rd of August 2021. Almost a year ago. Almost like 11 months ago. And yeah, I did not believe it, but still, I was making so much by buying a monkey business, Solana monkey business at 2, and then selling it at 151. Doesn't matter. I bought another one now because I like the people. I like Nom, and I like MacD, and I like Voshi, and I like the rest of the crew that is active in the Monkey DAO. So the reason I bought my new monkey, and for those wondering, this is the monkey I bought. This is the monkey I bought. I bought it because I knew what I was getting into. Like I've partied quite a lot with this crew, and they are an international crew, and they're working hard, and I like them. I like them, and that's why I bought it. But it didn't make sense back then. What's that? Hmm. I know what's that. So yes, my lovely friends. I actually bought a monkey, but the hyper JPEGization didn't fucking make any sense back then. Didn't make any sense. So let's recap. Let's recap the bull market of 2021, and let's recap the milestones that proves. If they prove these milestones prove that we don't deserve nice things. We said DeFi 1 with food farms and Binance Chain Children's Casino when it's running on CZ's laptops. We had IDOs and launchpads working hard for those PND scams. We had VCs and influencers pushing degen projects, degen JPEGs, and unloading their smart money. We had the dog Ponzis with Papa Elon Musk and dog killer Vitalik. We had the Ethereum Foundation dump on us twice. We had Wall Street bets pushing a very weird narrative, unsustainable, and that whole narrative where we can remain stupid for longer than you can remain solvent. That was the time. This is what we are talking about. We had the Ponzi's, the Ponzi's, the Olympus DAO narrative, 3.3, where people relied on earlier adopters and on earlier investors not to dump, because 3.3 is the game theory solution that makes everybody happy. And even if we do not talk to each other, everybody's gonna pick 3.3 because it makes sense in a personal level. And just because everybody is going to look after themselves, everybody's gonna choose 3.3. No, just because everybody's gonna look for themselves, they're gonna run to dump on the next person that wants to buy that token. We had hacks. We had what's it called? Bitcoin dumping at 69K. We had hyper JPEGization that made no sense. We had fake DAOs. We had incomplete projects like Polkadot, Internet Computer, Mina, Cadena, Polkadot, Cardano, whatever. We had Constitution DAO together with the Lizard Kings that racked them. We had Luna. And of course, how can we not mention the degenerate, hyper leveraged traditional finance people, where they bridged Web 2 with Web 3, traditional finance to decentralized finance. And they took their USDC deposits of their clients, turned them, promised a 6% return, turned them into USD, deposited them in Anchor, gained 21% per year, kept the 15%, and gave the 6% to the investor. And then they made a huge profit from it until it blew in their hands. Hyper leveraged the gens were the ones that sealed our coffin, that sent us to Goblin Town. Because everything was crumbling around. Luna was crumbling, Celsius, and even the Tron stablecoin, everything was just being fucked. So yeah, that's with the super cycle. And at the same time, it's all memish. It's all memish. We saw the GN kind of craziness, didn't we? We did. We saw the learn to code kind of craziness. We learned we saw the wag me and nag me kind of craziness. We saw all these narratives that made no sense. We saw S2F crumble, and then we're like, okay, it was a bad experiment. No, man, people lost their money because they believed that this crap indicator was real, that this was what would dictate the trend, and it confirmed the super cycle. We don't deserve nice things. And I think the previous bull run kind of demonstrates the greediness of the space. It demonstrates who we are as people, our tribalism, our half-assed knowledge, our lack disguised into expertise. It's all this shit. It's all this fake it till you make it narratives. And then for those that made it, they're still fake. I just wanted to remind you guys that we were naughty and we deserve what's coming. We deserve the dump, and we need to purge this kind of mentality, this short-sighted mentality where dog coins go to one and fruit farms provide financial freedom, and JPEGs are your key to the social to social events, and it kind of feeds you where you need, that you have this craving for the sense of belonging, where you need to belong to something that has a barrier of entry, that is harder for others, so you can show off your PFP. And I'm not innocent. Here is my expensive profile picture. I'm not taking my tail out of this. This is we. I was part of the narrative. I hope I showed you, and all together here we kind of kept a more skeptical position. We understood that the narrative and logic don't go hand in hand. We questioned all these things. We thought out loud. We did financial management. We sold JPEGs at all-time highs. We sold the Solana. We accumulated USDC, and I hope we did better than the index. I hope we did better than your average market performer. And I think we did. I think we did. Uh, predictions now. Isiaki Samano is saying predictions to the next super cycle. uh, Markets are cyclical, and there is going to be another pump. It's as we said for the dump, as we said for the bear. It's not a matter of if; it's a matter of when. Uh, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, the L1s, the governance experiments, the DeFi experiments, the anonymity, the participation, the Web3, the interlopability, and all these things are real. And I hope mega brains and super smart developers continue working on these, and and we're gonna take this game to a different level. Now, in my opinion, we need something to work as a catalyst for the trend reversal, and uh, that catalyst, unfortunately, like no, not unfortunately, that catalyst can come from two different places. It can come from within crypto. So one of those catalysts could be, two of those catalysts could be the next Bitcoin halvening, which is in 1.5 years, uh, which traditionally we kind of expect a pump because of some questionable mathematics. But yeah, this is a catalyst, an internal catalyst that could easily prompt a new bull run. Another internal catalyst could be the Ethereum upgrade from proof of work to proof of stake. Now, upgrade, questionable if this is an upgrade. I'm not convinced that proof of stake is the answer to network security and decentralization. I'm just not convinced. I, I, I don't. I'm missing a lot of knowledge on this, despite at some point in my life thinking that I had quite a lot of knowledge. The more you dig, the more you realize that your knowledge is incomplete. But I think those two could definitely work as internal catalysts. So keep your eyes open as we are approaching the halvening, as we are approaching the day that Ethereum 2 is going to be a reality. We could easily see a trend reversal. But the biggest catalyst that can actually have a violent change of trends, going from literally from zero to hero, from Solana to $20 to Solana to $1,000. This could be a general change in the financial landscape of our world. If there is some huge breakthrough in global politics where everybody gets a little bit closer and everybody starts investing again on each other, if the Fed and the general central banks actually make money cheaper, because at the moment they are making money more expensive, which means people don't have access to money, which means people cannot be degen, because in order to have access to money you need to be able to borrow, and as money is becoming more expensive, we are saying goodbye to the trend reversal. But if there is a change in this, then that could definitely work as a catalyst. And lovely friends, we are correlated with growth financial products. Not with value that much, but certainly with growth. So if you see tech stocks going up, expect Bitcoin to go up. Now, if you see Bitcoin go up, in my mind, expect tech stocks also to go up. And I'm in the hopes that we're gonna see Bitcoin first this time, instead of Tesla and Amazon and SpaceX. No, SpaceX is not a listed company, and Coinbase and all this shit. So yeah, I think external catalyst is the change of rates, the reduction of the rates, and a general and another round of QE, another round of American quantitative easing, where the Fed goes and buys investments and buys stocks and bonds from the open market, giving lots of money to companies and inflating balance sheets. I'd be down for that. I think that would be the biggest catalyst, and uh, so an external catalyst would be what I would trust more. Now, an internal catalyst, I will follow. I will follow and I will bet on it. But my money would be more on the external one, as I am not convinced we have decoupled from traditional finance. We haven't. We are part of the of you know how a traditional financial manager would call your investment in cryptocurrency if you wanted to be polite and not uh, kind of make you feel horrible. He would call it uh, tail risk exposure, because on the bell curve, on the normal distribution curve, your investment is on the really, really, really far away end of the curve of the bell. So it's an investment that will actually make you a lot of money or lose all your money. So it's extreme. So he would call it tail risk, and that's a very polite way of telling you that this is a shitcoin, and this is huge risk, and yeah, that's how it is. Tail risk exposure. Tail risk exposure. That's how we would call it. But it's not that, guys. We are the gens. We are the gens investing in fruit coins, children's casino, in uh, Ponzi's and scams and JPEGs and other imaginary narratives. Look at Constitution now. So yeah, these are my predictions. I'll just make it simple for you. The simplest thing is the two internal catalysts and the one external. I think a great strategy for the bear market is buy L1s, buy slowly, dollar average, buy everything that has to do with an L1. Obviously, I'm going to be heavier on Solana, but I will spray and pray. I still have ICP. I will have a little bit of Cadena, a little bit of Near, a little bit of Cardano, a little bit of Polkadot, because you don't know. We don't know, and I prefer to be wrong and make money than be right and not make money. And that should be a rule for you. That should be something that you should always think about. That it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Better be wrong and make money. Better be wrong and be a winner. Better be wrong and learn and at the same time gain. So yeah, I think spray and pray on L1s is a good strategy, not financial advice. Again, as always, don't listen to people in the internet with really thick accents about your financial moves. It's a horrible thesis. And yeah, just don't invest in new projects now. Just wait, buy from the secondary market, wait for the trend reversal, and you'll never buy the absolute bottom. You'll never sell the absolute top. Just be friends with that idea, and you'll be able to move forward a bit easier. Uh, that's it, lovely friends. I think for today. I think that was a very important episode for us to kind of uh, think about what we did and why we're being punished, why we're being asked to sit on the corner with one leg up. Uh, I think we deserve it. I think we should learn from it. And I think we need to make sure to educate the community and the newcomers of the next cycle to not fall for these narratives, to actually make sure they do not become the greater fools for us to dump. All this crypto game doesn't need to be a zero sum game. We can achieve the we can the parts can be less than the whole. The whole can be more than the parts, than the sum of the parts. Meaning, it doesn't need our winnings to be losings of other people. Uh, we need to educate what is a stable coin. We need to educate what is a DAO. We need to educate what is too good to be true and what is not. We need to make sure that people understand what is an experiment, and understand that there are risks, there are contract risks, there are risks that nobody talks about. And yeah, this is our responsibility. And I hope we'll still stay here together and survive this and be ready for the next one. And I'll be here, guys. I'll be here. Yeah, I'll leave for two weeks to go for snowboarding. Here's the snowboard. Uh, yeah, Argentina and Chile. Here we come. We're gonna snowboard on your mountains. But yeah, this is we're gonna be talking between those days, guys. Uh, I know it's only once a week. Our show now, it used to be 4 times a week, but yeah, times are gonna change. The tables are gonna turn, and we're gonna be on top again. We're gonna be on top again. Like, keep your head up, stay strong, and don't get liquidated. And on that note, lovely friends, thank you for being here with me. You make me feel very special. I love you all, and I hope we make it. We all make it. And yeah, just think about all those milestones that we talked about. And yeah, guys, next Tuesday we have a show. The Tuesday after we have a show, and on the 10th of July I'm going for snowboarding. So we're gonna be talking in between. You can always find me in the Grape community. Let me show you. Let me show you where I am. So if you go to the Gray protocol and you verify and everything, and you scroll down, you'll see that I am always chilling on the Neanderthal cave. So this is if you are a Neanderthal, if you hold Grape, you can join here. I'm usually, when I'm on my computer chilling and I'm doing nothing, maybe playing a video game, maybe doing some degen research or whatever, I just chill in that channel. So if you wanna exchange some words, if you wanna brainstorm, if you wanna pitch some idea, if you want to talk about anything, maybe some new coin you found, just hop in there and we can talk about it. And on that note, lovely friends, do we have a cat? No cats. No cats. I love you all. Take care of yourselves. Don't get liquidated.